evening from South Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, no question, there's one direction this Sixers team is going. It's taken a lot of trust and, no question, a lot of patience.
Ed, I hear what you're saying, and the Sixers are on the up and up. But let's remember who built the foundation. Sam Hinkie deserves a lot more credit. I know this new management has taken them to new heights, but it all started with Mr. Hinkie.
Well, the fans in Philadelphia are reaping the rewards right now. Philadelphia controls the task. Redick to Embiid. Shot from the lane won't go. Knight into the front court. He'll run the offense. Inside, he scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket, and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanor, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person. This assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, in Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, "I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at the Boston Garden." Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
Jackson's shot, no good.
I'm the player that just missed that shot. Just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
It's good, and one.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Phoenix has the ball. To Booker. Good. Off a spin.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Simmons with it. Down by one. Simmons to Covington. Baseline drive, and a nice finish at the rim.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Booker. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. No, the Suns come up with the steal. Josh Jackson. From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either. Embiid. He gets it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Suns control the possession. They'll get it down to Booker. Off the assist.
Tough shot. And when Devin Booker scores, he scores in bunches. It was only a couple of years ago he had that 70-point game in the Boston Garden. This kid can fill it up when he gets hot.
Runner's good there.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player, maybe in the league, has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
His first effort off the mark. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Offensive board. Blocked by Embiid.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Redick. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw.
For the 76ers, number 8.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Sixers control it. Fultz. 4-3. Not getting the bounce. Probing the defense. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curling inside, and he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. It's Phoenix ball. Probing the defense. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
A filling out process between each teams and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
It's a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. Another chance and a putback slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. This man was close, but he finds a way to score.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like. But guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Count the basket inside.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 9.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Markelle Fultz goes to the left side. From long range. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by Jackson. Over to the right side. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And when you look at the Phoenix Suns right now, they have a very young team. They're led by young players. And when you get a chance to bring a guy like Mikal Bridges into your franchise, you automatically start to build the correct foundation to win a championship down the line. He comes to work early, he stays late, and there's no doubt about it. He is one of the most locked-in individuals you have as far as a team and being invested that you'll ever meet.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Slams it home on the putback.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Curling inside. It's blocked by Chandler.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here's Simmons with it up top. They're down 3. To the rim, lays it up and in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Ben Simmons with the rock. And they call the foul. Jay Hughes there too late.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip.
Keep working him out, boy. He can't guard you.
Knight into the front court. Leads just a point. Josh Jackson, and they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. 76ers.
Mikal Bridges
In the penalty.
to the outside. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. It's Suns ball. Here comes the screen. Embiid says not this time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Josh Jackson. Shot from in close, no good. Inside, he scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's blocked by Warren.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
That'll do it for the first half. The Suns have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Suns have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns. The 76ers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And while they may be down, it's not for a lack of effort. They deserve some respect for how well they generated scoring with their offensive rebounding. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Bench points.
the coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Phoenix with it. Booker. Sizing up the defense. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Robert Covington with the strong finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Josh Jackson. Wide open look, won't go.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line, keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Knight into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. To Jackson. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Jackson. Fires the 3. Shakes free and hits.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
He connects at the line. Suns with the basketball. To Booker. Blocked by Embiid.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Embiid. Oh!
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys now down by a point. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Ariza with a shot, no good.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First free throw is good.
For Phoenix, number 4, Tyson Chandler.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Phoenix has the ball.
Lock up.
To Booker. Takes stock of the floor. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
To Jackson. Booker, deep right corner. Down low, Ariza. And a throwdown.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Simmons into the front court. His team up by 1. Simmons. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
76ers, number 20,
Fultz.
and number 5.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Booker. Runner here won't go down. To Covington. Beyond the arc for three. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Suns control the possession. That's blocked by Johnson.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Simmons. Not that time. He missed it. To Jackson. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year 2. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017. And he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch was really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Chandler's shot won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Shot clock off as they look for a lead going into the 4th quarter. Fultz. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Deep threes at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. It's the Sixers out in front. This has been a battle thus far. A 1-point game as we get things back going here in the 4th. Sixers have the basketball. Surveys the floor. Lets it fly from long range. T.J. McConnell, like Rocky. He loves the tough situations.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the 3-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Booker with it. Down a point. Rises for the slam.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Markelle Fultz to Redick. Easy path to the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's Phoenix ball. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Redick. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
McConnell. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker on the drive, but a shot won't fall. To Fultz. Gets to the basket and scores. Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
Have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself in the display behind section 1.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Entering the game for the Suns, number 20,
Has a chance. Daniel's shot won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Jackson. Mikal Bridges. They'll look to Bender down low. Shot stopped by Embiid.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's Suns ball. To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Embiid to Simmons. And he's denied by Jackson.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Simmons. Can't connect from in close. Josh Jackson. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Mikal Bridges. And Jay, they call the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
From the outside, no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Fultz with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Knocked loose. Phoenix with it. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Fultz to Simmons. Trying to cash in. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Whoops. That won't go. Simmons with it. His guys trail by 10. Inside, he scores.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Suns with the basketball. the Suns with the victory. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns took this down to the wire before getting the win. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns. The 76ers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.